yesterday, 45,206 and 62,000 post engagements. Now last year, even at the end of the event, we didn't have that many. So again, share what you see, tag yourself, because it's going ballistic. And I know that we have the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette to thank a lot for that. Their article just went all over the place. So the phone rang a lot. But anyway, now I'm going to introduce Brittany, who's going to speak about running the business with your husband, as we are all well aware of. How did it? So here she is. Some right here, bud. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
No.
Is it on? No, it's not on. What do we do?
Oh, it's just not.
I have to be closer to the mouth. Needs to be closer. Okay, here. Okay, can you hear me? Or should I just talk really loud? I can be loud.
Make believe we're one of the children.
Yeah. Try again.
Hello?
Yeah. Better.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So my name's Brittany Hamilton. My husband's Richard. He's the carver, and I joined his team like 5.5 years ago. We got married, and I was working a part-time job, but I quit that to be with him and to be able to help him with the business and do everything outside of carving, which really can relieve a lot of stress for him. He doesn't have to worry about talking to customers, answering phones, emails, running credit cards. He does some of that when I'm not around, but I try to do, my part. So I just want to share how things have worked for us. And if you don't have the luxury of having a partner to help you out, maybe I can simplify it so that you're able to do it yourself and not feel so overwhelmed, because I can even feel overwhelmed with doing the portion of my business, the portion of his business. My portion can be hard. So I want to start right off with Facebook. Like Liz is saying, it's a great thing. It can reach a lot of people. Just like you saw, 46,000 people. So we want to make Facebook profitable, and we want to, have it turn, make money for us, basically. Facebook started out, it's social media. It's not necessarily the money maker. It's not where people are going shopping. They're going to go shopping at your storefront if you have one. We're roadside chainsaw carvers, so we're basically in a parking lot, and people drive by and they'll just stop. We have a trailer there. They'll stop when they see him carving, or if I'm outside. So Facebook is the constant reminder to the people. Just like if they are driving by every day and seeing you on their way to work, that's a constant reminder. But how many people drive by you every day and see your work? So Facebook is a constant reminder. Just as an example, to explain that it's not the money maker you want it to be initially, at a Nutri-Grain bar yesterday at the apartment, and I was looking at it. It said, like us on Facebook, and I thought, oh yeah, that's like kind of funny, because I'm not going to buy your product on Facebook, but they want me to have that constant reminder. They want me to see their posts and to feel attached to their posts. So when I go to the store, I'm thinking about Nutri-Grain, and that's what I want for breakfast, So some tips for your content and to have engaging posts. You don't want to just post a picture, and you don't want to just post content. You want to post them together. So if you can write like a motivational post, something that's maybe funny, or if you have really beautiful pictures, if you can take a picture of your carving in front of, beautiful scenery, if you're doing an on-site job, people really love seeing that scenery. People like to hear personal stories. So like the one picture from Richard's presentation of us in Ohio at the stump job with the dog, we could kind of share our story with, we all traveled here as a family and did this on-site job, and this dog was really important to the family, but they like to feel attached to you. You don't have to get super personal. We don't want to share, where we live and, how many times a day we eat, what we eat, but it's nice to share just a little bit of information so they feel like they know you. Emotional content, you want to try to provoke some type of emotion out of them. People really like food, so you think, oh, food probably doesn't relate to chainsaw carvers, but it can, and it was proven with one single post. If you're on Facebook, you see all these people making food, and they have the camera above, and you see them stirring it in the bowl, and then they put it in the oven, and then it comes out, and they take a bite. Like, you see those videos, I don't know, I see like 5 a day pop up on my news feed. I'm not really interested in that, but it's there. So some guy, he might even be here, I have no idea, he took wood chips and sawdust and little blocks of woods, and he stirred it up in a bowl, and he stuck it in a planer, and he pulled it out, and I don't know if anyone saw this, it was like a box or something that he had made then, but it was related to food. Everyone knows these food posts of how people make them, and so he took sawdust and wood glue and with a spatula and acted like he was making food, and the post went viral because people could kind of relate to it, even though they have nothing to do with wood, nothing to do with the sand, a planer, but they could relate to that. People like to talk about themselves, so if you ask them a question, they'll most likely reply if they see your post. They like to know when you're traveling, going places, meeting new people, what you're doing. A good thing is to create curiosity. So like this bear here, it's something he hasn't carved yet, but by me posting a sketch, and I've posted previous sketches he's done, it creates their curiosity. Like, is he going to carve that? What's he doing with that? Why did he sketch that, And just like for this example, we just got all these different comments on here. You can sort of read through them. People had their opinions on, number 2 pencils and a chainsaw, what's more fun and stuff. And they say one good thing, which I struggle with this myself when I'm writing something, is if you say, hey you all, what do you think of this? Or hey everybody, what do you think of this? That's like to the general population. You kind of like just read over that and you're like, oh yeah, everybody, yeah, like that's everybody else, like not me. But if you say, what do you think of this carving? What would you name this carving? When you're saying you, that helps engage a lot more people. I find it hard personally to write that myself because I'm talking to everybody. But really, if you want to engage more people, you want to engage each individual person who's reading that post on Facebook. Now, some of the things with Facebook is there are limitations. Your post can only reach so many people. For those who are familiar with this, we'll look at this. This post reached 2,096 people. Our posts, we have noticed that they have capped off at about 5,000, and then they want us to pay. There's the boost post button, which we don't do, but I think it's in correspondence to how many page likes you have. They somehow make up this fictitious number of how many people you can reach, and then they kind of cap it off there. They don't put it in anyone else's news feeds after that. But it does take a lot of time to reach that maximum. So you need a lot of people to be sharing and liking and commenting to even get close to your maximum. There's certain rules that they have. I learned the hard way. I did try to boost a post one time, and it had too many words on the picture. So they ended up taking it down then. Your Facebook page banner, it's not supposed to contain a physical address. They'll delete it if it does. And your personal Facebook, I know a lot of people use those for business. But if you're caught using it for business, they just shut down your page. They don't give you a warning. They don't let you save your pictures. They just shut it down, and you just have to start a new one all over again. So that's running a personal account, and you're trying to run it, you're just keep adding friends and you're trying to run it as your business page. Yeah.
What's the determination? What would you determine using it for business? Selling?
Selling. Yeah, and like I know a lot of artists post a picture. Like we'll post one once every 3 months on his page, but we try to share from the RLH Wood Sculptures page onto his if he wants his friends to see it. But I would say if you're posting it with a price and the size, that's like a given that you're trying to sell.
No price.
Yeah, and if you're posting a lot of content, you're probably going to get flagged. If you're posting like daily, that's something you should be doing on a page. And like I don't know the exact when they're going to flag you, when they're going to catch you. It does take time to get through the system. But even if in a comment, if someone says how much, even if you message them, I mean, they track everything. They can see your personal message. They can see your comment. So it is better just to try and do that correspondence through a business page.
Do you have to pay for the business page?
On Facebook, no. It's completely free. It's super easy. Like right here, I'm going up. If you know, I'm on his page right now. But this is my personal account, Brittany. You see it at the top here. You click over here, you can create a page. I mean, it's easy. And you can set it up to be a business, a personal, whatever you want.
Can you link it to your personal page?
So, if I go to my personal page, I don't know what I have on here, guys, so. Partner at, see how I have partner at RLH Wood Sculptures, right here? See this? Mm-hmm. So that's like kind of that's public. When you go to when you search me, I don't have any of my stuff public. You won't see my content or anything, but you can see that I'm a partner at RLH Wood Sculptures. And then if you go to Richard's page, you'll see that he is the owner at RLH Wood Sculptures. And then they can just like click on this link, you know, and then like say this Terminator, he finished here. He did the dry brush, so I took pictures to post. Okay, and speaking of linking, so this is on his business page. I just click share. You know, I want to put it on, share on your own timeline. I'll be like, oh, Richard finished this Terminator this weekend. I don't know, something boring, because I'm not that interesting on my own page. And now I'll click post, and now it's going to be on my page here. So it's very easy to share content. It's just a better way to do it. Share from your business page, and then you can't get in trouble. I mean, there's like you have a business page, you have a personal page. You can share whatever you want. There's nothing against that.
If there's a limit on how much traffic you can get on that, how do things go viral? Is it because other people share it on?
Because of sharing. Yeah. So automatically when you make a post, it goes into X amount of news feeds, like whoever's online at the moment. And so you want to try to engage people to share. Now, Facebook isn't just going to say, oh, hey, we're going to keep sticking in people's news feeds to be nice. You know, they're just going to kind of like stop sticking in people's news feeds after a day. You know, unless it's shared. Then when it's shared, it goes into all their friends. And that's how things go viral. Because that's like organic. It has nothing to do with Facebook trying to help you and make something happen. But yeah, things go viral because your fans share it. And you want to get more people to like your page so they continue to share. Some of the new features on Facebook, let's see if I still have this feature. They kind of switched things up on me. They've done a lot of changes recently.
Yes.
Okay, so one good thing, when somebody used to comment, they say how much, you know, and if it's, sometimes we feel if it's like a custom order, we don't want to share that with the world because, you know, what if mother didn't want daughter to know how much she spent on her for Christmas? So I would say, you know, I just comment and message me if you want the price, you know. Well, then they don't, you know, they normally don't respond. So the great thing now is I can click, there's like, reply, and there's message. So I can directly message that person. It's a personal message. No one else is going to see it. If they comment on my post, that gives me permission permission to message them. From a page, you could never do this before. So this is a really cool feature. And I think, do you have this feature yet, Ed? Did you notice?
Not on my business.
No, you don't. Okay, so you might have to have so many likes to get this feature. Or you may even have to have a personal account and a business account. They set up weird rules. He just has a business account, no personal. So sometimes they set up weird rules for things like that. Okay,
Can I interrupt for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, what you're on, I'm a charity carver. If you go onto my site, that older, what I did is I had to come up with money quick for a person that was having a lung transplant. Facebook works. What I did is I went out, took a picture of a log, called it Gabby's log, the recipient of a lung transplant. Went and blocked it up the next day, friended another 200 people on my site, took a picture of the blocks, then took a picture of the bears roughed out, Gabby's bears coming out of Gabby's log, then painted. The bears are going to the firehouse for the auction on Gabby. I sold 12 bears for $1,600 and I sold them in about 15 minutes. Wow. Using Facebook.
Okay, is that on your personal page?
Yeah, Ted Older, you're going to see them.
It's your personal
Yeah,
page?
I'll tell you the story. HOLDER. Facebook works. It's mass media, social media. I follow the chainsaw carvers through all this.
I might not
Right
be able
there,
to
that top one.
find you. Okay.
Go in there and go under photos.
Now, even though you're doing it for charity,
Yeah.
charities are supposed to have pages.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware.
It's a personal page. You'll see it. I don't really say it's for charity.
Okay.
If you go under photos,
Yeah, and be careful with that, because she's right to shut the page down.
Yeah.
that's all right.
I'll use one personal example. My husband, his mother had a page for her triplets, and she was documenting everything for their life, for their first year of life. They all of a sudden, she announced, it was their birthday. She obviously ran the page. They were like a couple months old. Come on, like this is given that the mother was running the page just to share with friends and family who weren't close by. They shut it down, took all the content, all the pictures. She had access to absolutely nothing because they said they're triplets, they're under 18 years old, they can't have a page, they can't have a personal page. She said obviously they don't have it, they're like not even 1 year old. Facebook will just shut you down if you're not abiding by the rules. So I do just suggest to do your best at trying to abide by the rules so that you don't, she tried to get her content back then because that's how she was saving it, and she lost everything for that first year. She had no pictures, no nothing. For the
That's
kids.
what I was going to ask. Can you contact them and get them
No.
to reopen anything?
Huh?
Can you contact them and get them to?
Nope. She contacted them.
Nope.
She emailed them everything. They said when we delete it, we 100% delete it permanently, forever. So that's why I don't want to sound bad about it, but I really do suggest doing it the right way because once you lose your content, you lose it. She begged them. She said, please, these are my kids' pictures. I didn't save them anywhere else. Like I lost that phone or something. I'm not sure what happened, but they didn't care. She lost it. So yeah, I see your personal page here.
scrolling down, you
It's gone from somebody else.
gotta come to the bear. You should. Go back to the photos, hit albums.
Yeah, we're under.
Go into albums. You're under.
I'm not friends with
Go
you.
under my son.
Okay, that's all right. We can look at it.
Let's keep her going.
maybe in a
Yeah,
little
keep
bit
going.
here. Yeah, I know I'm on a time crunch because
White
we were
Phoenix Mountain
working
in the
together.
background, 1980 Winter Olympics.
Oh, cool.
That's your mother's garden.
That's nice.
Go
Okay.
on your albums, you're gonna see it. And when
Well,
I
we're
did
not
it-
friends. I probably can't see it.
We're gonna move
But
on.
you
That's
can,
a-
it's open to everybody.
Okay.
Move on.
Yeah, I'm under albums
Okay, my
here.
son, hit his picture.
Okay.
Keep going on my son's picture. The guy with the phone.
Yeah, it's just a picture.
Go ahead and click, there you go, you're on it. Click. He's a historian down here in Pennsylvania right now.
Okay.
Hopefully he's gonna get rid of Gary.
Brittany, move on.
Yeah. I can't click on his
Okay,
picture
anyway,
anymore.
what
It's
it
just-
Move
was
on.
is I took a picture of a log, and I created a story behind it. I created a bunch of hype on this log going for 30. 2 days later, got a bunch of friends, and I showed another picture of the log with the blocks, with the bears blocked out. Then, 2 days later, I showed another picture of the bears done. Within 15 minutes, they sold. It happens, it's real. What brought me to Ridgeway is social media through Facebook. You know, I know these world-class carvers. I was introducing myself. It's an amazing, you know,
That's great. That's great.
marketing tool.
Okay.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm sorry with time we need to move on. That's excellent. Excellent remark. Thank you.
Okay, so one thing, if you're doing this alone or even if you have a partner with this, you want to save time. And you also want to use Facebook to the best of your ability. So new features, you can now schedule posts. I don't know if how many knew that. You can even do it from your phone, which is great. So say, for one example why I would schedule a post is, I don't want to post right now. It's 10:30. Everyone's at work. You know, I post something to Facebook, they're not going to see it. Less amount of people will see it. They're probably not going to be engaged. If they are at work, they're going to look real quick and scroll through, and they're not going to click the comment anything. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule something now, just to show you how. I click on photo, I click on upload photos. I have so many here. I do have new content, so we'll just pull this up real quick just to show you. So the snake up here, I'm going to post this. And I'm going to schedule this. This is something, say Monday or whatever day of the week you have free. You have an hour free. Take all of last week's inventory that you made, take all the pictures, post them for, say, either early in the morning, I find, like 6 a.m. when people are waking up, you know, and they're eating breakfast and they're scrolling through Facebook, or you want to post it after the kids go to bed. So like 9 o'clock at night is when I find is most engaging. And I also get very excited when Richard carves something new. I'm like, oh, I want to post it. So this is a way for me to know that I posted it, but it's not viewable yet. You know, it's scheduled. But then I'm not like so anxious to get on there and post it. So I'm just going to write, does anyone have a little snake phrase for me, something funny? I'm not feeling too thoughtful right now.
Someone put a snake in my boot.
Someone put a snake in my boot? Hey, I don't care. I use corny whatever stuff. I don't care. Someone.
There's a snake.
Hey, all right. So we go down here. If you click this arrow next to publish, you can click schedule. Okay, and then schedule comes up. So I want to post this, today. And I'm going to post it at 9:05. Say those kids went to bed at 9 o'clock, okay? And I'm going to schedule it. So if you check my page tonight at 9:05, you'll see that it's there. And it's a great way to save time. If you don't want to be on there constantly and every time you carve something you don't want to update it, just at the end of the week, get on there, post it for the next week ahead. Then you're not spending a lot of time on Facebook. Alright, so some other things, groups and pages. So here's where you can maybe start making money. You want to find people who want to spend money and come to your Facebook page. So there are this Chainsaw Carvers group. I'm sure a lot of you are part of this. They now opened it. It used to be just Chainsaw Carvers. There's like 1,000 members or something. They now opened it to the public, so there's like 11,000 members on here. So when you share from your business page, you want to share that onto here, so they have a link to get back. Then, if people are interested in buying, they'll contact you. It's just a great way to, try and get more page likes. Yeah.
Have you actually sold off there?
Off of this one, no. No, I don't think so. But I don't know. I've sold, we've actually shipped stuff. We've had people contact us who I have no idea who they were, from New York, Ohio and stuff. So they might have met us through here.
Right,
and then they clicked on our page and messaged us. I really don't know the link with that.
You have made sales from this?
Yeah, and there's a buy and sell chainsaw carvers page. It's new, but I have sold stuff on there. I posted an album of carvings for sale right before Christmas. And it was like some of the stuff that it was odd stuff that we hadn't sold at our shop. We pulled back, we put in our shed, and I posted it online for significantly less. And so we made some sales that way before Christmas and shipped them out.
Do they pay shipping?
Yes, we find packaging to be quite a headache with children and stuff, and like he wants to carve, I want to run the business, and I don't want to package. He doesn't want to package. So we have a UPS store. I say, you know what, you want something, you just pay package and shipping. So I call the UPS store. Once the customer calls me or messages me, I call them right away. I say, here's the dimensions of the sculpture, how much to package it, and then how much to ship it. And I send that information directly to the customer. They know they're paying for both. And I don't know that I've necessarily lost any sales because of that. I've gained sales because of that. If they want it, they're willing to pay that packaging. Packaging can be $60 on something this large. But, you know, I do post stuff at a discount online, so it's kind of like, you know, they're just making up the money. It's not like they're overspending.
You know, my wife finds it beneficial for sales outlet to hit the local buy, sell, trade groups in your little area.
Yeah.
So they're looking to buy and sell, so that's more localized. I mean, so.
Yeah, we have...
Local county, buy, sell, trade, get posted there, and it's more local.
We have yard sale pages in our area, and as long as they don't have stipulations that it can't be like a new product or something you made, we will sometimes share to the yard sale sites. And then, you know, like Blair County is where we're from. We know all those people are local. So, like, we've made a few sales that way, a few interested people. Yeah.
Do you have an Etsy account? Do you sell through
I do
Etsy?
not.
I'm just wondering if anybody does, or if that is really...
The majority of our online sales come through Etsy.
Really?
Etsy. No kidding.
Who's selling crazy?
It's hard. There's a lot to Etsy, and if it's a really difficult process, once you get it down, though, it can produce it.
Does anyone have a Facebook store? That's something new.
Shopify.
Yeah, and I was going to ask about that.
Yeah.
Shopify's it's challenging. I haven't done it yet, just because Etsy's been producing so much. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Okay, I want to try it. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. A lot of this stuff to learn it is just a matter of sitting down and having the time to learn it. And I haven't had a lot of time recently with the children, so I haven't been able to learn about these new things.
Yeah, I just wanted to speak to the fact that he said once he got Etsy down, his sales worked. Like, you're talking about the Facebook pages, working your way through the rules and how to operate the platform is key. Like, that's kind of what you're talking about, so that you can use it correctly, and you know, then your sales will be made.
Well, I had one carver, I really can't even tell you his name, but I had invited him to come do a seminar a couple of years ago. It escapes me right now. He basically said that he doesn't really go out and do anything since he got an Etsy account. That's all he has to do.
Oh, that's good.
He said, no thanks.
We'll have to try it.
In the beginning, and that's right, and I understand that.
Yeah, he caught it when it was easy.
Yes, how about it? And that was several years ago, so, yeah.
An artist I liked had started selling small pieces on eBay to attract interest, and he's gone over to Etsy, so there must be something to, and eBay's not as what it used to be either, so there must be something to selling art on Etsy that's better than...
Yeah.
My wife sells things. We used to do eBay, and we had some problems with eBay related to PayPal. PayPal is an unregulated bank, and you can get into some real problems with it. So going to Etsy worked a lot better. It's right. It's a little more complicated, but you get a lot of hits. A lot of people just looking and not necessarily buying, but then coming back and buying.
Yeah, I definitely want to look more into that so I can be more educated on it. I'm not personally. And just another page, that was a group, the Chainsaw Carvers group that you can join. And this is a chainsaw carving page. I honestly have no idea who runs this page.
Cindy King.
But they're really good, huh?
Cindy King.
Not this one. She runs another one that's not.
This one, and she got this one.
She runs this one too now. Oh, okay. I had no idea that she ran this one. So this page, I try to share stuff to it and get it shared because then a lot more people will see it. So it's all a matter of just, you know, building your network, having more people see it. There's like woodworking enthusiast pages and stuff, and if you can get your work featured on there with your name, that's very important. You know, that's what I would do. Another way, one other quick way to get your work noticed is a lot of people do giveaways. Has anyone ever tried to do a giveaway in here? You tried? Okay. Giveaways can be good and can be bad. They can be stressful. So I'm going to show if they have it here. Okay, this Professionals Auto Body page, it's local to Altoona. The only reason I'm showing it is because they have built a platform on giveaways. It's amazing how much, and the reason, yeah, you're not going to the Professionals Auto Body page to buy any auto body stuff or to buy their service, but it's a constant reminder when you see their giveaways that they offer services. So this is just like an example. They have 7,800 people liking it, and they built that whole basis on doing giveaways. With a giveaway, you want to post a picture and content. You want to make it very simple. Don't ask a question, like you want them to comment to enter, but don't ask a question that they might feel is too personal, that they are not sure how to answer. Like try to make it very, very easy so they can do it super quick and they don't have to think about it. And you want them to like and share. And typically how I do it is I don't know if I have one easily accessible here. I'll list like 1, like this photo. 2, share this photo. 3, comment, what your favorite animal is. I mean, make it really easy. Because the more people who enter into your giveaway, the more people who will see it also. So if you only have 5 people who enter, it's not worth it then. You just give away a $100 bear for 5 people to enter into this contest. So, you just gotta make sure you run those really well and really simple so people feel comfortable engaging in them. Okay, so the tangible yield of your post. Our experience is it takes many years. It took us many years to build up this page. We try to post content daily. During the winter, we don't do that. But posting content daily helps boost the amount of people that see your post, so that's ideal.
Why not during the winter?
We don't during the winter just because he's not out carving as much. I don't have as much content to post. If I did, I would.
I've noticed, I've seen a lot of carvers, they'll like constantly post, but they'll post like if they haven't done something new, they'll do like post some hits from the past.
Yes.
So
we do Throwback Thursday, sometimes Flashback Friday, stuff like that to help fill in the gaps. I just don't always have something every single day right now. Ideally we would, and that would definitely help our page grow. Okay, yeah, and like I said in the very beginning, Facebook is basically a constant reminder to people when they're thinking about a birthday gift, a Christmas gift, Halloween decorations, you want them to be reminded of you. So that's how we use this platform. And if documenting your work, I'll get into that actually. I'm not going there now. Okay, so real quick, ending it on Facebook, insights like Liz had, this week has been a decent week for us. I haven't posted a lot, but you'll see our people reached to 6,800. Our page likes are around 3,300, I think. So we reach more people than actually like our page, which is great. That's the goal. We got 17 new page likes this week. That's good. And you can also see on here, let me see if I can find it. Well, somewhere on here it will show you, I know on your phone it's real easy to find, it will show you when people are on Facebook the most by a graph. So you will know what time to post. Like I said, I post at 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. most of the time. There's actually a graph that will show you when your people who like your page are on Facebook. That's very beneficial. It's something new.
How do you get to that again?
So it's under Insights somewhere here. On your phone it's under Insights, but it just comes right up. So I'm not sure where to see it on here. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I'm just on your mobile device it's under Insights. It comes right up. I'm not sure why it's not under Insights on here. If I find it, I'll let you know later.
I'll look for it.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about websites a little bit. How many people have a website in there for their? That's good. So people go to websites to buy, right? So we have social media to remind people, and we have websites for people to buy. So I've tried to really organize our website, posting. I have a lot of pictures on there, and have them under different categories. So if you're going to my website and you have something specific in mind, hopefully you can find the title for it and just click on it. So like here's animals, you know, I can go right over to horses, and you know, here's like our horse page. And the great thing about building a website is there's no limitation as to what you can post. You can put your physical address on there. You can put as many pictures. You can put pictures with content, you know, written on it. Nobody cares what it is. So this is my home page. I just say welcome to our site. There's a picture of Richard. You scroll down. This just goes through some of our favorite carvings from the past years. And then I have a little bio at the bottom. So I just want to show you real quick. I build my website on Weebly, which I highly suggest. It's a very simple platform. And if you would even need help with it or something, like I can give you a few pointers on how to get this started. Selling something there. Okay, so here's my Weebly account. It shows me how many visitors I had and page views this week over here. And then I just go to edit site. This is a paid site. It's not the highest paid one. It's like a mediocre site so that I can run a store. But I don't have to like pay all the extra money for a fancy store, basically. So here's like the editor. Over here I can you drag and drop. I want to add a title right here. I drag and I drop it. I'm going to take that out of there now, obviously. You can play around with your site as much as you want, and until you click publish, no one will see it. So, like no one's going to see that right now.
Can you use like Dropbox for the pictures? Or?
I put them right off my computer. But I'm sure you can probably, you know, access another platform to add them in there. But like if I want to add a gallery right now, I would just go and I drag this over, I add it, and I click upload images and upload everything I want right from my computer. It's very easy. When starting a website, the main things I would say is on your home page. You want a home page, probably some pictures. You want to have a bio, a contact form. So we'll go back to the regular view here. I also have my phone number on the website, but here's the contact us form. I do have people double verify their email because a lot of times they're doing it fast or auto type kicks in and it's been wrong and I have no way to contact them. And we also have a please do not solicit to RLH wood sculptures. It doesn't help though. Unfortunately. Huh?
You will get this is a very special offer.
Yeah, I get people trying to sell me websites all the time. We love your website, but we want to sell you something better. I'm like, no, thank you.
that comes with your platform too. I use Wix, and I haven't gotten any spams whatsoever since we opened the website.
Well, they say I've had a lot of people Google me. Marketing agencies, and they say you were close to the top of our Google search for chainsaw carving, and we want to make you even better. We want to take you out of organic. Oh, really? Yeah. We get so much stuff, and we get emails through here. I don't know what stuff trying to sell me. I just ignore it. Okay, so content. If you put pictures on, pictures help show your ability. As an artist, that's very important, especially if you're going to get custom orders. You can also have your selection of carvings. We have a store. This is our store here. and not necessarily, if you click on each of those, they will, it'll either say that we actually have it available, like that's the piece that's available, or you can order one like this. So it's very clear, you know, whether you're getting the exact one in the picture. Pictures also help explain who you are and help people connect to you easier and feel more comfortable. If they're, like, I get a lot of phone calls, you know, hey, I live in another state, I want to place an order, and I'm like, they're like, do I need to come to you? I say, no, great, I can run everything over the internet. You send me the picture that you found that you like, I will invoice you for the deposit, I'll call you when it's done, and then we can either ship it or you can come pick it up then. But even with local people, if they're busy and we're busy, it's really nice if I don't ever have to meet them in person until the product's done and ready for pickup. Yeah.
Are you going to talk about invoices?
Yes, I will. I kind of jumped ahead for a minute. So basically now, if you don't have a website, document your work anyways. It is so important. Take pictures. Even with it, if it's only with a cell phone, take pictures of every single product you kick out. I couldn't emphasize that enough. I was taking pictures before I built this website, because if you build the website and you have no pictures, you know, really what you have to put on there, a little bit of content. And if you have a digital camera, that's great.
I'm going to say, if you sell something, leave it on there and put sold or whatever you do, but just leave it on there, because the more stuff people have to look at. I know if I look at a website and they only have like 3 or 4 things that you can see, I don't look at it anymore.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I'm actually not too, with the store, I'm not
But that's what they
feeling
teach you.
in love with it.
They teach you to only have a few pages, carvings on your page. 'Cause
Yeah,
But that's not.
the worst carving on your page is the last thing they remember.
Yeah,
So less is better.
yeah, for somebody who, I want to see, maybe not like 500 things, but I want to see more than 2 or 3.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with that. And one thing to keep people on your website, to have some fun with content and stuff, we have like behind the scenes, we have some YouTube videos linked over that they can watch. That helps keep them there longer, make them think about the carvings a little more. You know, and hopefully they're like, oh, I like that video, so I want to look at more then. It can help with sales. Okay, so photography real quick. So I have 10 minutes left, he said, so I'm going to try and get through this. I'm a good talker, I'm sorry. So I use a Nikon camera. Like I said, there's nothing against using an iPhone if that's all you have, smartphone. But this is what I use. I even have a bigger lens on it, but that's not necessary. I took local courses in order to be able to run this better than just an auto, which is very important if you want to start capturing some really sharp images with proper lighting. So picture quality is you know, one of the main things with camera versus the iPhone. And then editing photos, I have Adobe Photoshop. I now put a watermark on everything. And I find this very important nowadays, because so many people will just take a picture and they want to make their site go viral, something unrelated to chainsaw carving. It's really cool, so they post it on their site and they give you no credit. Well, they can still edit out a watermark, but it takes a little more effort, and then they really know that they're doing wrong. Copyright issues there if they're editing out a watermark. So I basically, I just drag and drop this watermark right here onto every image before I upload it. There's iPhone, on the iPhone there's apps to do that too. If someone creates a watermark for you, just get that watermark onto your phone and then just drag and drop it onto every picture you take on your phone before you upload. Because otherwise you have no guarantee of getting credit, which I think is very important for an artist. I find it like one of the main things.
Where do you put the watermark?
So let's go back here real
So
quick.
is it in it like in the background, or?
So like right here, I just dragged and dropped it on this image right there. You know?
Okay, so it doesn't detract from the image, but it's in a place where it would be hard to crop it out.
Sometimes I don't make them as big or as noticeable, it depends. like I said, someone could crop that out if they wanted to, but they'd be knowing that they did wrong. I have a black and a white one, so whatever color I need,
No.
drag and drop.
Did you have to have somebody actually make that for you, or can you just
I
make them
made
up
it.
yourself?
I took 2 camera courses and I took a Photoshop course. Each course cost me like $100 to $150. It was honestly worth it. They were like the one was 4 weeks, the other was 6 weeks, and I learned so much. This watermark's very simple. I know I could get into more with it, but it's just what I was able to do right now, time constraint wise, and it's worked out. You know, it gets the point of ask for RLH Wood Sculptures, and there's our website if you want to find us. I wouldn't clutterize it with, oh, I want my phone number and you know, my name and everything else on there. Keep it very simple for people. Okay, so taking a picture, I clear the background, clear the clutter. You don't want a bunch of saws and sawdust and, you know, all your tools and your oil can and everything there. You can use a plain blanket or a sheet behind it if you do have a lot of clutter and nowhere to really move it. We started out, because I knew it was important just to get that junk out of the background, we started out using a packing blanket just because we had them around. Packing blankets do have those white zigzags though, so that's the only thing that wasn't so attractive with the images, but it did get out all the junk in the background, so it worked until I was able to do, you know, to do better. I can also edit out backgrounds on my program, so if it's like we're at a show and there is no way to get the junk out right now and I have to get a picture real quick, I'll go in and edit it later. Okay, so on to out of the website and Facebook and stuff. Just going to talk a little bit about client contact, how they contact you. The first most important thing would be business cards, which I didn't even get prepared and pull mine up. See if I can just find it here real quick. I forgot to pull this up. I should have had it up. Basically, our business card is very simple. Don't clutterize it. We just have, we have that logo, the RLH Wood Sculptures logo, so that you recognize that, the whole watermark there, with the website underneath. And then we have both of our names, because I'm the one who always answers the phone. So we did feel it was kind of important when people are calling, they're always asking for him. At least when I answer and say, hello, this is Brittany, they know that my name is one of the ones on the card. So again, having an email is important, a contact us form on your website. Even though you may have your email on your card, you want people, when they're on your website, not to have to pull up several pages to contact you. If they can just click on that contact us instead of pulling up their own email, it simplifies it for them. Of course, on the phone or in person, you know, nail that sale when you can get it. Okay, payment methods. Well, everyone says cash is king, so yeah, we all like cash. Checks, personally, just from our experience, I only take checks if it's a custom order and it's something that will be done in 2 weeks. So I know that check has time to clear in 2 weeks. I've gotten a check and I checked a driver's license, I took it, the account had been closed for 6 months. I mean, it was just a horrible story. So yeah, we try to limit the amount of checks we take. I know some people are fine with it, but personally, we're not. So we love our credit card system. My phone's over there. I'll pull up Square here real quick. Square is wonderful. It's just a little square piece that goes into my phone, and I can slide a card and run a credit card, no problem. I'm going to run and get my phone here real quick. I think it's over. Okay, so basically, my head jack.
There's a question back there about
Invoices.
My head jack's on the bottom of my phone, so that's where my square piece would go in, and then I could slide the card on that. But let me tell you, I forget that piece a lot recently. I blame it on being pregnant mostly. So when you go to, you just click on your Square Register app. I don't even need this little attachment to scan a card now. I know this is going to be very hard to see, but say I have a sale for $300. It automatically will it come up automatically?
Eventually. It's coming.
Okay, so this, when you click on Square, this is the screen. You'll see I typed in 300, and then it gives me the sales tax there. So 318, Pennsylvania sales tax. I can write a note like this is for a welcome bear, okay? So that they know, they'll get a receipt that'll state this. So done. And then I click charge, okay? And then right here, credit or debit number. If I didn't, now in that first screen, if I would have had, I would have typed in the amount, I would have written the note, and I would have just swiped the card if I had the attachment. But since I don't have it, I click to charge it. Now here, anybody want to, charge $300 right now to a credit card? No. But yeah, I just start typing, boom, 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 boom. We'll start typing. It's going to say not valid. It's red. It'll know if it's valid right away, if it's a valid number, and then it's probably not even going to let me go on without a real number. But yeah, I clicked charge then, and it'll process a minute, and then it'll have a check mark and say it's done. I mean, it's 100% processed. We're done. It'll say, do you want to email or text a receipt? I asked the customer, well, they can sign. They'll sign, and then do you want to email or text? And I'll type in whatever their phone number to text it. Click OK, and then it's done. I instantly, within 10 seconds, have an email in my box stating that it was paid, and they get an email in their box normally within like 30 seconds stating that they paid, and it's a receipt. So it's very nice to do everything.
Is that hard to set up? I mean,
Square? No. And I'll get on here. I'm sorry. I'm probably like out of time here.
no, you're okay.
Okay. I'm like basically done.
That
Okay.
question comes up quite a bit on the forums, and it's the most highly recommended one is the Square, no matter where you go.
I learned about Square from the marketing team here at Ridgeway like 3 or 4 years ago. And I finally decided I'm just going to do it. I'm going to learn it, And honestly, it was so easy. I was like, oh, I was so stupid not to do it earlier. You can up your sales by like over 50% just by adding a credit card. Because we have people who stop, they don't know they have money on them, but they're like, oh, I want that bear, And I'm like, oh, just run to Sheets, it's 1 block away, you can get your money there. And then they don't come back. So now I'm like, oh, you want the bear? Okay, where's your credit card? I got it. I'm not that aggressive, but yeah, you definitely want to, get the money when you can. Okay, so here's squareup.com. I probably should have showed you before I logged in here. Let's see if it does it again. Okay, here's the main screen that comes up. So you'll click Get Started if you don't already have an account. Well, I'm logged into my account, but you just type in, you verify everything. You'll verify your name, your address, your bank account, just like you would with PayPal. And it's so easy. What were you going to say?
I know you guys, I don't know how old school you are, but the old credit card readers are really expensive and all that stuff. It's not like that anymore, so don't be afraid of it anymore.
Yeah, this is less than, when I type in a credit card, it's 3%. When I swipe a credit card, it's 2.75%. So yeah, like it's worth it. I'm like, at this point, I don't even care if I forget my reader. That 1/4% is not going to kill me. Okay, so here are my invoices. This is the last thing I want to talk about, I think. When I'm talking on the phone, I want to close that sale. If they don't want to read me their credit card number over the phone, and I have to write it down, and then I go in and I'll punch it on my phone after I hang up, I will invoice them. I love this. This is so great because not only do I get their email, their phone number, I write down all the specifics of their carving in this invoice. Because you don't want any confusion if it's a custom order. You know, like, oh, I want a black bear, not a brown bear. I want it smiling, not smiling, you know what I mean? So in this invoice, right here, where it says message, I mean, I will write, you know, 3-foot black bear, happy, welcome, any amount of details that I can think to add. And then I'll go down here, add my item. Okay, it's a welcome bear. So I'm going to use a custom item because I don't have that saved. I just type in $300. This is, I just want to make it, I'm just showing you this so you see that it's not intimidating at all. It can really help you. It's so easy.
Is that one you made up, or is that from?
What, that I made what?
That's the form?
No, this form, they give you this form.
This is from Square?
This is from Square.
For tax purposes, if you're doing a custom order, you do not charge sales tax on the custom order. Just for tax purposes, this can be, you have to have a line item. And we've been running into that. You're supposed to retain like a line item sheet of like your labor and then materials cost, so that you can show that you can save sales tax on the materials cost and not the labor.
Yeah.
So you can run into that, but when it comes to just simple custom orders, it's not really great. PayPal has one that includes, I believe, line item. No, PayPal doesn't need. So we send a separate invoice when we have to separate it.
So I'm going to add, you know, Bob here, and the details is a happy welcome there. You know, I'll type in, you know, bob@gmail.com there. The payment, I just keep it due today, so they're not like, oh, it's due next week and forget about it. But they can, if they don't pay today, they can pay whenever. Like, it doesn't time out. And then, yeah, then I have PA sales tax added onto there, $318, and I just go up here and I click send. It can't get much easier than that. I had a guy call, he wasn't ready to order something. He wasn't ready to pay for it. So I said, well, why don't you give me your email and I'll invoice you when you're ready to pay for it next month. You'll have the invoice already and I'll have your information already. So it's even a way to try and even gain on sales that you might not have gotten otherwise.
Brittany, there's,
yeah.
with the new chip cards, do you have the chip reader?
I do not.
But they say that we're supposed to have those, otherwise we're liable for any fraudulent activity that may occur, that if somebody's taking somebody else's credit card and misusing it or something.
Oh, really?
In fact, I believe that is, I don't know, I think it's nationwide.
Square does have that option to integrate with the chip cards. It also has an Apple Pay for the wireless, Samsung Pay, all those sorts of wireless payments. So Square does have that covered.
It does? Okay.
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you.
You have to pay for the extra hardware. But it's like $50, but it covers you. And it's so much cheaper than having to go out and buy another terminal or having a contract long term.
Yeah, once you've had the Square
Thank you.
set
I
up,
had no
then you
idea.
can order that chip reader card, which, you know, and once you've got it, then you're secure with it, and you can just stick the card in. You don't even have to have your cell phone. I mean, you don't have to plug it in or anything. It's remote. So once you turn that on, that information, you can type the price in on your phone.
Yeah, so definitely I would suggest looking into Square, and you can even dig deeper into it with this information they're providing. So that's everything. I hope that answers some questions.